Like, I was so mean to myself. I'm like, girl, what happened to you? Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Jabre. If you are new here, today we're going to be having a girl talk. This one is going to be super personal because I feel like it's rare that I talk about things that I'm actually going through in the moment. So for me to be talking about this, I'm really opening up and I'm like, I really just want to like crawl back into my little box and just be like, but it's a safe space, which is why I chose to film my bedroom today. This is like my little safe haven. And let me know if you guys are feeling the new scenery and this camera quality, because I'm using a brand new camera today and new audio. So just let me know how y'all feel about it. Just, you know, a quick little synopsis. But that's not what today's video is about. Today we're going to be talking about the sense of failure. Yeah, we're gonna be talking, like we're gonna be talking. I did get a couple notes, so I'm just gonna be going and I'm gonna try not to ramble too much. I'm also gonna be doing my makeup, so we're gonna just talk. I'm so excited, but make sure that y'all like, subscribe, and comment on this video. We are doing 25 days of Vlogmas, maybe 30, maybe 31 if we can make it, but definitely 25 days of videos every single day, and I'm so excited. And you guys should be too. Make sure that you have your post notifications on so that you're notified every single time that I post. But yeah, let's just go ahead and hop right into this video. I'm so nervous. Okay, so just for a little bit of background, I am 22 years old. I live in my hometown. I have been doing YouTube since I was 14 years old. This has been my one and only job. I've never worked anywhere. I never went off to college. So this is like everything to me. Also, I started this super duper young, so you can only imagine how that also can amplify the feeling of this being like end all be all for me. I'm from a very small town. Well, it's not that small. I'm from Augusta, Georgia, if y'all know what that is. Some of you guys might actually be from here. A lot of people actually don't know that I'm from Augusta. And I'm from a place where people don't really take chances. People don't follow their dreams. Most likely, everybody that you know, everybody that you went to school with, they're going by the book. They're gonna graduate school, they're gonna go to college, they're gonna start families, and that's just gonna be it. They're gonna stay in Augusta, and that's just it. From a very young age, y'all, I kind of like knew that that was not gonna be it for me. Like, I knew that I wanted more out of life. I literally, it's so crazy because I actually had attempts of trying to get famous before YouTube, and it's so embarrassing. But I would do things like I was in like a little singing group. What else did I try to do? I was gonna be a background dancer for like this she's actually pretty popular now, but I'm not gonna mention her name. But like, ever since I was young, I kind of just always knew that I wanted to kind of be out of the box and not go by the standards of this little town. And it's so crazy because the actual way that I was able to get out of that box and start this channel, I was not even looking for that, which is so interesting. Like, I literally I was infatuated with the idea of having my name out there and all of that. Like, I love the idea of that. And I'm sorry y'all if my voice is going in and out. I'm like recovering from being sick, so yeah, y'all might hear like a little bit of hoarsing here and there. But crazy thing is, when I started this channel, it was not about that at all. Like, I was in a super low place. Something in my life happened. It was really hard for me to go through, and I pretty much had to go through it alone. It was that first year of my freshman year of high school where I had a super traumatic event happen in my life, and I was basically all by myself. I didn't really have nobody, and so my outlet was this channel. Okay, but let's rewind. I kind of always knew in my mind that I was gonna be like a overachiever, and that comes with a lot. Like, that's hard on a child. But the crazy thing is, like, growing up, you guys, it was so easy and effortless for me. Like, I would be the top of my class, perfect test scores. Of course, like, in the aspects of like beauty, hair, like all of that stuff, I never struggled with my self-esteem. I never experienced any of that in my childhood. I never felt like I was a less than. I kind of was, in a way, my own little standard. It was very easy for me. It was effortless. I didn't have to think about being great. I kind of just was. And I'm not saying that to be cocky, but I'm trying to just give you guys like a basis of like my early childhood and like how we got here. Always just kind of been like an overachiever, even all the way up until, shoot, I graduated high school early at 16 years old. By that time, I was making a lot of money on YouTube, like not money that a child wouldn't see. You know what I'm saying? Money that a lot of people wouldn't see really until they graduate college, get a job, and been in that field for a little while. Like I was making good money and I was 15, 16 years old. So like, you can only imagine how it just kind of felt like the red carpet was just lined out for me. Like that's just how it felt. You throw all of that in a small town. I was the fucking poster child. Everything was just going right. Being a child, you really don't have to think about being. You kind of just be, and then that just works, you know? Okay, so fast forward. I am now 16. I've graduated high school, and this is where things get a little shaky for me. I feel like before that point, my steps were ordered for me. Your steps are pretty much ordered for you. You don't have to think too much about what's next. You kind of just go with the next step. Like you go from elementary school to middle school to high school. After high school, you go to college. That's just like, you know, what happens. I think when the switch happened for me and I realized, oh shit, this carpet, it kind of end here. Like I have to pick it up from here. Also, being young and never too much experience in life. I never really had too much experience in life. I'm not gonna say sheltered, but you know, as a kid, you see life through the lens of being a child, and that's just it. Like you don't see the ins and the outs of being an adult. You don't understand things yet. You just don't understand it because you haven't had the life experience to see through those lenses. So you kind of just out here. I think for me, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna stick to the script. I'm just used to just being whatever I want to be, and it just works out, right? It just always works out for me. So instead of just thinking about the next steps, I'm just kind of gonna live, right? Fast forward, we go to move out. And when I moved out, it was very, very spontaneous. When I tell y'all, it was little to no thought put into that. Like, I had the money. I know I could do it. I knew nobody could stop me. I was of age at this point. I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna do it. Like, why not? Like, my first, I guess, I'm talking about this like this is not normal, but like my first year moving out, y'all, I was so wild. Like to this day, I cannot fathom the fact that I was out here wilding like that. Like I was really wilding. I can't even begin to explain to you guys like the stuff that was going on. Like it was just a lot, and it was so out of my character. But the crazy thing about it, in the moment, I'm feeling like, oh, finally got a sense of freedom. I can finally do what I want to do. I'm young, I'm successful. I'm in a new city at the time. I'm in Atlanta. I'm like, I'm young, I'm successful. What can go wrong for me, right? I'm like, you know, fuck it, let's do it. Like that's really how my brain was thinking. I feel like that was kind of like the equivalent of like my freshman year in college, even though I'd never experienced that. How people speak about it, I feel like that was like my freshman year in college. Like I was going nuts, like drinking, smoking, just all type of stuff. So like the ending of that first year of me being out on my own, I feel like life slapped me so hard in the face, and I was forced to think about everything that I had going on. Like when I tell y'all that year of me moving out, I was barely posting on my channel. I had a business, but really was not focused on it. It kind of just was doing what it was doing. I wasn't really ordering my steps because like I told you guys, I kind of never ordered. To make a long story short, y'all, I fucked around and found out. Basically, just living fast, not really having a care in the world. And then it all just came to an abrupt stop, and I just had to, for one, be real with myself. Like, girl, what the hell is you doing? I had to reevaluate my morals, the things that I was standing for, the people that I was hanging around, the stuff that I was doing. And I feel like it was a cluster of all of that, and I kind of just, I feel like I lost a sense of myself. I kind of didn't know who I was anymore. I was trying to figure out who I was. I'm like, I really don't know myself in the real world. I'm trying to figure out the things that I want, but then like stuff really not sitting right with me, and I'm like, is this like, what's going on? Basically, I kind of just had like a what am I doing, what's going on type of moment. And I feel like that's when everything changed. Like, I feel like my entire way of thinking and my entire way of being kind of just, it changed. And that's when I feel like my self-doubt started to happen. I feel like I kind of gave up in a sense. It was such a weird time in my life to where like I was just like, I was like, who am I? Like, what is going on? Like, I didn't understand anything, but then I'm kind of being hard on myself because like I just told you guys, like I'm the poster child. Like, I'm supposed to be perfect. Like, how don't I know what's going on right now? So then I kind of just, I feel like I lost trust in myself. I feel like I started to self-doubt. I feel like I got really, really anxious, and I feel like my feelings of anxiousness, and I also got a lot depressed in this time because I kind of felt like I dropped the ball. Around this time is when I moved back to my hometown. So now we're kind of like 2021, 2022. I'm 20 years old now. So I feel like I spent my entire 20/21 just kind of trying to regain a sense of self. I was really, really hard on myself. I was not nice at all to myself, like very cutthroat, very, now this is nothing that you would see from the outside, because if you ask anybody, probably nobody even know that I was going through this, but I just wasn't very nice to myself at all. So this caused, like I said, it caused a lot of depression, anxiety, and all of this. So now I'm dealing with all of that, and then now I'm dealing with being super anxious, and I'm depressed. So now it just feels like the world is on my shoulders. I'm still not really in my bag. Like, I haven't gained that back yet. Like, I'm so deep into my head that I feel paralyzed, basically. And I'm sorry, y'all. I feel like I'm about to start getting so emotional because I never talked to y'all about this, but it was so bad. I was so hard on myself, and I was so mean. Like, I was so mean to myself. I'm like, girl, what happened to you? I'm like, girl, what happened to you? Like, this is not you. But the thoughts just started to consume me, and my anxiety got really, really bad. I didn't want to be around people. I didn't want to film. I didn't want to do anything. And then, like, this is my job, you know, so I still kind of gotta do it. You know, this is, like I said, this is all I ever known. This is my career path. My whole career is me. It's my brand. It's my face. So even in feeling like this, I would have to pretend, and I would have to, you know, do the glitz and the glam. And instead of doing my personal videos, and I just did whatever I needed to do to get by, and that was just that. I stopped caring, honestly. Like, I didn't even have the capacity to care. Like, in my real life, I was struggling so bad. Panic attacks every single day. It was so bad. My anxiety had gotten so bad that I started to have like these chest pains, and like my chest, it would feel like someone was sitting on my chest at all times. Like, it was so bad. It started to affect my health. And so once it got to that point, I realized that, for one, I clearly was not able to handle this alone. So the next time I went to my doctor, I was telling him all of the things, and he prescribed me Lexapro. So since 2022, I have been on Lexapro, and when I tell y'all, Lexapro changed my life. Like, I feel normal again, and I feel like, and it sucks because I feel normal, my makeup separating because I was crying. But I feel normal again, but then I feel like I'm back at square one. I just went through so many different changes. Like I went from being on my own, acting crazy, acting not like myself, to being super anxious, to then being like super unwell. And so then I'm getting on Lexapro, and then I'm like, okay, I finally feel like myself again, but like, where do I go from here? You know? I felt a lot of relief, but then I also felt lost because I'm like, I don't know where to pick back up on my channel. A lot of y'all probably feel like y'all don't even know me anymore. It's been so long since I've been personable on my channel. Shoot, I really don't even know where to pick up with myself. Like, I'm finally able to regulate my emotions. I'm not on no nut shit. I'm not going crazy. I'm not drinking. I'm not smoking. But I'm still like, you know? So I feel like this last year for me has been, I've just been picking up the pieces. And what that looks like for me is figuring out the things that I like and don't like, the people that make me the happiest, finding hobbies, getting into my health, my fitness journey. I have been journaling, you guys. I've been writing things down. I feel like in this era, I'm kind of just refining myself, if that makes sense. I feel like I'm at square one. Of course, I still have those thoughts of like feeling like a failure, feeling like I dropped the ball, feeling like I wasted a lot of my time. I don't know. I still have those thoughts, but I think that now I kind of have came to terms with it, and I have realized that one, failure really is not real. You can start again, and you can reorder your steps at any time. You can rebrand at any given time. You can start over at any time. And I'm also realizing too, I'm human, and I'm also 22 years old. It's okay to not be who you once were. It's okay to be confused. It's okay to feel lost. And that's such a hard thing for me because, like I told you guys, I've kind of always just kind of fell in the right place. And so for me now to kind of just be in this big question mark of like, what's next, is such an uncomfortable place for me to be. But I'm learning to enjoy it, and I'm realizing that it's okay to feel uncomfortable. It's actually good to feel uncomfortable. In all of the seasons where I was comfortable, nothing was changing. I wasn't getting better. I was not self-improving. So I feel like the fact that I'm super uncomfortable right now, and I'm stepping out of my comfort zone, I'm doing things that I probably wouldn't have, you know, these past 3-4 years, I feel great. Like, I feel good about myself. I'm a lot more patient now with myself. I'm kind to myself. I've also came to the conclusions that my path isn't linear. So I could be doing really, really well mentally, physically, financially, and then I can have a season where one of those things kind of fall low. And I'm learning that that does not define my journey. I feel like for the longest I had such trouble with associating the dips for like failure. So it would be hard for me. I don't know why I feel like hair is on my face. Like, I feel like I'm going crazy right now. Like, a lot of times where something would go wrong or things were just not working out in my favor, I'm like, I failed. Like, it's over. Life is over. Like, that's it for me, you know? But now I'm realizing that the path is not linear. You will have those ups and downs. You'll have a year where you're doing amazing, and then you'll have a season where you're not doing amazing. But that does not mean that you failed. That does not mean that the journey is over. That's kind of where I am at right now. Like, I have a clear understanding that things ain't always gonna be perfect, but I'm doing amazing. You're doing amazing, sweetie. You're figuring it out. You're 22 years old. I feel like I have nothing but good things ahead of me. So here I am now today. I feel so much better. I feel like I have so much more clarity about myself. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, like, every day is easy and every day I got it figured out. Like, some days I still feel very lost, and I'm like, girl. But I think now I have more of an understanding that that's okay. You know what I mean? I'm also becoming very intentional about things, sticking to my word. Like, if I say I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it. I feel like that also is building my trust within myself. One of the things, just to set an example, one of the things that like is very important to me is to finish this year's Vlogmas, because I feel like for every year I've tried to do it, and I'm not gonna lie, I probably didn't put my best foot forward to finish it. But this year I'm being very intentional about that. Like, I'm not even playing. I'm not bullshitting. Like, it's gonna get done one way or another, okay? And I just feel like I owe it to myself, and I owe it to my past self, and I owe it to myself who in those times really wanted to do something, but like I told you guys, felt paralyzed, felt like I couldn't, was going through mental health struggles, was not able to pick myself up. Now that I'm able to, I feel like I owe that to myself, you know? Shoot, I feel like you can even look at me and tell, like, I'm doing pretty good. Like, and it's so crazy though, because you guys might not see it that way. Because I feel like a lot of people in my life, I'm not even gonna make it about them. I carry myself to a standard that you pretty much will never know what's going on with me. So for a lot of people, this video will be such a surprise, like, wow. But I feel like this is important because I'm human. I want you guys to know that I'm human. I go through things as well. I have seasons where I am, you know, just not doing the best in all aspects of my life. I've had highs and lows, and I'm only 22 and I'm figuring it out. And who knows, next year I might be figuring it out again, but that's okay. And that's just where I'm at right now. I felt like someone could resonate with this video, so I really wanted to open up and give a safe space to the girls who feel me. Be comfortable in life where you are. Order your steps. Be intentional. Be dedicated to improving every aspect of your life. Like, now I feel like I am so open to trying new things, meeting new people. I know you guys have probably noticed, like, within like the past couple of years, I've gained new friends, which is so not like me. But it just goes to show that, like, now I'm just in a new space, and that don't mean that I'm just out here willy-nilly doing random shit. Like, no, I am definitely super selective, but in the healthiest way that I know how right now in my life. And like I said, that might change in a year, but I feel like it was super important for me to come on here and just tell you guys where I'm at and fill in those blank spots for all of the times that I left y'all hanging, and I'm so sorry. But we're here now, and I am making up for all the times that I totally just went off the face of the earth. Like, I'm not God. I don't know what, you know, next year or next month or next week is even gonna bring, but today, right now, in this moment, this is where I am. Yeah, you guys, I'm about to set my face and we're done with my makeup. I had to put my lashes on off camera because this camera overheated, but I'm about to go ahead and do that now. But yeah, you guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you feel just a little bit closer to me. This video was super freeing for me and I enjoyed it as well. So I will see you guys in the next video. Make sure that y'all like, subscribe, and comment. And yeah, bye y'all.